Yes, the biggest thing we need to discuss is Mr. Parrott is here, and I think he's received his surveys, got those all taken care of, started on his permits, and I'm here to speak to and answer.
This is the preliminary survey. There's final we're looking at. Kind of nail down the exact location of an underground cable.
Could you speak to Mr. Hawkins County Gas?
Yeah.
Patrick yesterday.
Yeah, I thought it was gas line because the sign was painted yellow. Looks like that's the symbol for gas. Where the gas line is underground phone line. So good and some of it's not so good. Let's just stay away from it. We'll be fine. Okay, I thought you knew what's going on. Right now, the plan is to, you've got about approximately 4 acres here between the railroad and Norfolk Southern Railroad and Highway 66. And we're going to utilize the northernmost 2 acres, and we're going to try to keep it under, keep our disturbed area under an acre if we can. I don't know if that's possible. We're going to shoot for that. If we go over an acre, we have to get a permit from the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation. That's not going to slow us down because we're bidding this out. We'll have our permit application in, and the contractor has to sign the permit, so that will not delay us. It's going. What I planned on doing is having because I've seen the increase in population, increase in traffic around here. I take my trash out to Rock Hill, and there's a line waiting to get in out there. And I'm sure we're going to the same problem here. So what I plan on doing is having the entrance only off of Highway 66 down here about the middle of the property, and having the exit only back here in old Highway 66 right where it goes underneath the railroad bridge. And so that's going to make it a lot safer. I'll have a stacking lane on whole Highway 66 for people coming out can make a right turn or left turn. You got good sight distance both ways to prevent accidents. You got good sight distance on the entrance. Right turn coming from Bulls Gap and the left turn coming from Rogersville. And we're going to have how many pads did we say? 6, 8 pads?
Well, I think initially we need at least 5 pads.
Needs room for some more food and some more.
And then we can also have some of the open top sitting on crushed gravel. But if we're going to add a third compactor out there, we'll need a minimum of 3 with probably, I would say 5. Like most of our centers, even the open tops sit on pads. So, but to keep costs down initially, like I said, we need a minimum of 3, but if we could get 5 in and then build some more.
On the plans, we're just going to show as many as we need, and then you can add them on as you need. That's basically the story. So it's going to have a fence around it, and the unfortunate thing is I've been calling around trying to get prices from fence companies, from grading contractors, and from stone suppliers. So if we need a budget number for this, I think we're looking at including the fence. I priced a fence for 1 acre. An acre is 208 feet on the side. It's about close to 900 feet of fence. 8 foot tall fence with 2 gates.
6 foot tall.
6 foot, okay.
With 6 plus 1.
That might cut down on some, but I priced an 8 foot fence.
And what'd you hear?
$45,000.
I priced fencing 2/3 of an acre, and with 2 cantilever gates, which the cantilever gates are about $3,000 a piece, and 2 different companies gave me the same price at $35,000.
So that's you're about 10,000 less than what I've got.
Yeah.
You said yours are 2/3 of an acre?
Yes, I think 2/3 of an acre is still quite a bit larger than, and we want to, as Mr. Parrott said, we want to remain under a 1 acre anyway. So,
If it's possible, I don't know. If we go above an acre, the more you cut out, the more money it's gonna cost. So we're gonna keep it down. But if we've got to have enough room to work. If you put an area here and then you come back later and say, well, we need more area, and you've got to add more grade work or something that you've already done, your cost is gonna go up. You end up spending twice as much money as you'd spend if you'd done it the first time. And I priced stone, 6 inches of 57 stone, and I calculated that to cover 1 acre with 13,000 tons, and at $30 a ton, that's about $45,000 just the price of stone. That doesn't include the haul bill, and that doesn't include putting it down and roller compact it. And then
I think we'd be able to save a little money there as well. We've got a contract with the highway department with bulk material. I don't know what the current number is. Last time I bought stone, I think it was, and I'm going from memory, so I think it was around $19 a ton.
They've raised the prices since then. If
But
we can get it for 19, that'll be good.
that
What was
wasn't,
your cost?
as you said, that wasn't delivered. So
My price,
I didn't hear that.
that was $30
A ton,
a ton.
$30 a ton, okay.
Undelivered.
That's just the material, that doesn't include the
Right.
haul bill. You gotta drop it, and then you gotta grade it, spread it, and you gotta compact it.
Mr. Louis, you said your price that you think maybe around 19 a ton?
Well, that was the last time I bought stone, and we haul our own stone in the roll-off trucks. Now, that won't be ideal for this site because we can only haul about 10 tons at a time. And 10 tons of stone is a pile a little bigger than this table. So it's not
A
all
cubic
of it.
yard of stone, that's 3 feet wide, 3 feet deep, and 3 feet tall. A cubic yard weighs 2.5 tons.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
How many ton are you talking about?
13,000 tons.
Is that, you said 6 inches deep,
Mhm.
is that, I'm not assuming that's what is
You got them
required?
big trucks coming in, they make turns.
Yeah.
You make them turns, and then the rear wheels dig in and just shove that stone all over the place. Maybe we can go, we might save some money if I go to a heavier rock, a larger rock. It's hard to walk on, but it's a lot easier for big trucks to drive on, because when they make those tight turns, they don't shift that stone everywhere, and it locks together a little better. And because you got voids in the rocks, the 57 stone, which is about a 1/2 inch stone, compacts down really tight. So you need more stone to fill in that area. If you go to what's called 67 stone, which is a little bit bigger, it's got more voids. You can cover more area with less rock. So we may have to go up the size there.
Do we know what the price of that would be?
They're both about $30 a ton, about $30 a ton.
How about the stability of the soil?
Well, we're gonna compact the soil.
Right.
And that's another thing, I don't have any geotechnical information right now, we're pressed for time. I don't have time to get any, so with our contract, we'll have to put some kind of rock clause in. If we hit rock, we'll have to pay them so much yard to rip it. I hope we don't have to shoot it with explosives. That gets expensive, but I drove back and forth to look at the sides of the banks of the road, existing Highway 66, to see if I could see any signs of shale or anything like that. If we've got shale, that's not a problem, because the dozer just puts his ripper down there and just rips that up. That's really not, that's the benefit more than anything else, because we use that shale for.
Because that'll pack down good too.
Yeah.
Do what?
That'll pack down good.
Pack-
They'll back down good too. Then we got miscellaneous, you got erosion control, fence, concrete pads. The price of the concrete pads and putting them down, finishing all that is minuscule compared to the total cost. But I've got a big cut on one side. I've got about a 6-foot cut up there where the bank is, to cut it about that much. And I've got about a 4-foot fill when we get down to the railroad. So I did some preliminary grade work on it. I just got this Monday. So I'm working on that, so. So my budget numbers, and I think understanding it's better to have money in there and not need it than it is to need it and not have it. I think the budget should be $200,000 to $250,000, which I know is a lot of money, but I've talked, every contractor I've talked to says, my prices are going up, my insurance is going up, my fuel cost is going up. Material costs, stone's going up. Even if you get a deal with the county, and the one way you can save money is if you buy your own fence. If we put our own fence up and leave that outside this contract, you go directly to the fence contractor, that's gonna save some money, because I don't think you pay taxes. We don't pay taxes on it.
No.
So
No,
it's
and in
money.
fact, that was kind of the plan anyhow, was to contract the fence ourselves, even if we have to bid it.
I talked to Rio Grande Fence, I talked to Tri-Cities Fence, and another fence company. They were all within $5,000 of each other. They were about 45,000. That was for the 8-foot fence.
Yeah, I
And
talked
2
to-
swing gates on each end.
Well, and the 35,000 that, like I said, I had them quote cantilever gates, which are the sliding gates, instead of the 2.
Buy some.
We could trim some costs by using the 2 swing gates if we had to, but also, like I said, I just told them I needed an estimate, and I think their numbers will come in a little better than what they're telling me, because it'll be a bid situation. But
When we bid this out to
both gave
contractors,
me the exact same number.
when you bid this out to contractors, if they're real busy, they're all got a lot of work on, the bids will be high. But if they're sitting around with not a lot to do, and they've got all that equipment sitting there they got to pay for, and the employees they don't want to lay off, they'll drop them bids down. So it's just, it's just a little bit of luck right there when you get it. Also, we have to have a highway entrance there off 66. We've got to get a permit from the Tennessee Department of Transportation. And you have to submit your plans to them and they review it, and you have to do it the way they want it done. And they're really strict on how they want it done. They want it done to a very high standard. Their asphalt, just on the right of way, is about 12 inches thick. That runs into some money right there. And so I think to be safe, I think we should budget about $250,000 and work to lower that cost as much as possible.
John, how much of in-house work do you think we could probably cut out of this?
I don't have anybody to do that. I don't know that if the highway department has the ability or the manpower or the equipment that is needed to do what needs to be done and do it properly.
You gotta have a big dozer, which they don't have, that operates on it. You have to have a large excavator, track hoe, which I don't believe they have. And then, you gotta have a compactor, compact the stone. And I don't know if they've got a stone compactor. So, and then, another thing to keep in mind is, if you keep cutting things out, and shrink down the amount of work the contractor does, they're gonna look and say, well, this is not worth bidding, and then we'll bid on it. No easy answer.
Yeah, the contractor won't give us an estimate until they see a plan.
Oh, they'll bid specific about the plans, and they want
Yeah.
how much you're cutting out, how much you're filling in, how much topsoil is stripping, how much road I put down, exactly how much concrete we're putting down. And the entrance, what type of pipe we're putting underneath the road. Can we put plastic pipe? Can we put concrete pipe in? How thick is the asphalt? And the asphalt, the TDOT comes out and inspects it, and they pick up, when the asphalt truck comes by and drops it off, put their asphalt down, they take the tickets off of it, and it comes from the asphalt, and it has to have a certified signature on it that it was built to their requirements.
For the entrance and exit.
Yeah. Well, now the exit will be on the county road. The entrance will be on the state highway.
So the entrance of the asphalt would only be on the
On the
entrance.
state, yeah, only on the entrance now, but we wanna have something good, because the trucks are coming down to the bottom of the ramp there, right in front of that tunnel. They're gonna be making a left turn, 90% will be making left turns. You got big heavy trucks.
The heavy trucks will all be making a left
Yeah,
turn.
'cause I don't think
They
we
won't
can
make
leave
it
that
through the
tunnel. So they'll be making left turns coming down. You gotta have it thick enough to where they can handle the stress from a twisted tire truck making a left turn. That puts a lot of low speed, but puts a lot of load on the asphalt there.
committee, y'all heard what Mr. Parrott has presented to us. It sounds like we got some areas we could probably cut back on between John's price and Mr. Parrott's price. Does anybody have any other questions for Joe and John? So, Mr. Parrott feels like approving at least putting $250,000 to it.
And doing everything we can to drop it.
We'll just drop that down.
Because like I said, it's better to have it in the budget and not need it than it is to need it and not
Yeah.
have it.
I don't reckon, John, you don't know where our budget right now sits with the solid waste fund, do you? I know we capped it at 300,000 for what we're putting into it.
No, I don't know, that would be an Eric question, I know.
The money's available, I don't know how much is there, but
Yeah, I think
that
it's-
level of funding is available.
I think it's a couple, well, it's over a couple $1 million. So,
And that's all we can spend it on, are things for this, along these lines.
And then if a grant opens up, if we see anything in the future.
I got an email on grants coming up for convenience centers. I don't think they're due until July or August, but we can still ask for grant money
One thing, this is a separate idea, but I go to the convenience center at Rock Hill. It's packed out there. It's real small, tight size. And I've never seen so much traffic coming back there. You know, there's cars.
113 is the same way.
It's 3 times what it used to be.
Around the holidays, 113, both compactors are full and there are lines.
Used to do a week and a half, but we've been down within less than a week, they've got them here for 4 days.
Do you have any idea how many vehicles we can stage inside of that pull off the 66 and get ready to take the trash out of their car? You know, we're not gonna have it. What I'm getting at is, we don't need a problem with cars sitting out on 66.
No, we don't. We've got, let me see. We've got on that one curve. I've got total length on the front of the curve is this, C1. I've got 704 feet, so I've got 300 feet in from right here.
That'll be plenty.
I got
Yeah,
300
okay,
feet.
that's fine.
And what I plan on doing is bringing those things in and handling them at about 45 degrees. So they come in, you swing in at 45.
and just pull it out.
To smooth the traffic.
Yeah.
No, the widening of the road.
And T-Dot also refers to acceleration.
Oh, this is
Doing
good.
some road again, right? Absolutely. They may want to, at least
Are we responsible for that?
side lane. You're responsible for paying for it.
Okay.
Joe, are you doing the site layout too?
The surveyor's doing the site layout.
Survey.
But the way I've got it, normal way I've done this in the past is, we've got all the corners marked about every 50 feet right there. When we reference, let's say the bottom of the slope is referenced off the property line, if he finds the property line and pull over the tape, let's say I've got the toe of the slope and the bottom of the slope at 25 feet. When he finds the property line, he pulls over 25 feet. And there he knows there's where his cut is, so I'm going to try and make it as simple as where you won't need to bring a surveyor in and lay it out. But if we do have to bring one, he's in Whitesburg, he can get up there.
So you're gonna be doing the layout.
Well, the contractor will be doing his own layout, because all he's gonna have to do is just pull distances off the property line. It's gonna be, I'm gonna.
I understand that, but my question is, who's gonna tell him where you want them?
It'll be on the plans.
So who's doing that plan?
I'm doing the plan.
Okay, you answered my question.
Yes. Yeah.
Are these items to be purchased not bid items, or do we just take their price and go?
Well, usually you bid out I can give them the quantities and bid it out as a lump sum. We can bid it out as unit prices, so much per cubic yard of dirt, so much a cubic yard of stone, or so much a ton per stone to bring it in. And it's some contractors like to have lump sum and some like unit prices. I'll have to look at it, go for it. I just started the plans. I'm not going to develop further to give you a more accurate answer. We can go to unit prices for lump sum. Normally on civil engineering projects, you usually go with the unit price. You gotta keep track of everything. And to get back to what you said, if you have a dispute or something, a survey, you've gotta bring in a surveyor to come out and resurvey it again. So you compare your old survey with your new survey to figure out how much you've taken off or how much you filled in. And that's the way you calculate what the quantities are, and you pay the contractor based on the quantities. That's a quantity bid or unit price bid. A lump sum bid, you give them all as accurately as you can.
I'm familiar with that. I'm familiar.
Sometimes it's better to go with the unit. Well, the small job, it might be better just to go with the unit with a lump sum bid.
So for this committee purposes, I guess the next step for us would be to approve a budget coming out of the solid waste fund so they can move forward with plans. Is that correct?
Probably a good move.
Right. And Greg will. I mean, that's
Well, the
really-
plans, you've hired me to do the plans, so we'll have the plans and the permits.
But to move forward to the next step.
The next step would be bidding and construction.
And the money has to be in the budget
Yeah.
prior to bidding.
Which Mark said the funding's there. We just need to approve it out
I
of the
can't give you
committee.
an exact time I'll get done, but I'm gonna get done as fast as I can. 'Cause we've got time.
Yeah, we need to be.
You're confident
we need to be out
200
there by the end of May.
Yeah, you're confident 250,000 should cover most of what we need?
From the numbers, well, I'm not as confident as I used to be about it, because I'm shocked at some of these prices, but I think we're gonna be good with $250,000.
Say that again.
I think we'll be good with $250,000. Don't know if I have any money left.
Well, Committee, you've heard the figures and what's next on the agenda with it, so what's the pleasure of this committee? Keep in mind, we've got a lease till end of June, or end of May,
First week in June.
first week of June,
That was July. It's July.
First week in July.
first week of July.
How do you need that worded?
Pardon
How do we
me?
need
I
that?
just need a motion for a budget amendment to be put into the solid waste budget to move forward with this project.
Go ahead. You wanna make it?
Doesn't matter, I can make it, I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
All right, Commissioner Kearns made the motion to move forward with the $250,000 budget amendment. And then Commissioner Clance has seconded. Do we have any further discussion on
And whatever she said there.
however to word it, right?
Yeah, how she wants to word it.
Do we have any further discussion on this motion? I will say just, this is a lot of money for a project, but this project is designed to sustain us for many years. The current location, we're getting more traffic. The compactors were packed around the holidays, and we own our own land, and, this is an investment. This is not a,
What are they raising, are they gonna raise they are gonna raise the rent?
we cannot say that. I know it is a different owner, and it was good for a 1-year lease. Is that correct, Ms. Davis?
It was.
That's all that they were interested in signing is a one-year
Yeah.
lease.
So at the end of July, we don't have a lease, or at the
Yeah.
beginning of July, we don't have a lease, or.
Right, that's what I guess that's what I'm trying to say,
We were only given the option of 1 year.
of 1 year.
Mhm.
You've got more than double the area you need there.
Yeah.
So, you can do a lot more than that.
Like I said, this is an investment for the future. This is not something that we're gonna, do it and see a money surplus next year. This is gonna be for,
Well, I know we went down, I don't like driving down through there, but we went to Morristown. And they were lined up all the way back on that road. It's right after Christmas. And they were lined all the way back on 113. And it was actually a traffic hazard, the way they were setting those cars and trucks.
coming from St. Clair, they'll be lined up on the shoulder. Coming from Rogersville, you're lined up on the main road.
Yeah,
And coming out of that, you're trying to cross two
two,
roads. I mean, it's a wonder something hasn't happened already.
Well, Mr. Chairman, the way I look at it, we've already made the investment and agreed to move this place, made the investment for the property, so I'm saying let's just go on forward. We need to continue where we're going.
I agree. Any further discussion? All right, Ms. Davis, will you do roll call vote?
Larry Quant,
Yes.
Robbie Palmer,
Yes.
Glenda Davis.
yes.
Tom Kern.
Yes.
And Syl Von Trent.
Abstain.
4 yes, 1 abstain, motion carries.
All right. Gentlemen, you got your budget amendment in there. We'll see. That'll go to the budget committee next. And then
Full commission.
full commission, so.
Okay, so assuming that is approved, I guess we'll,
I'm proceeding the plans, you've already hired me to do the plans.
well, I know, but we need to put the bid out for the grade.
Yeah, so let's get it done.
We need
You can't put the bid out till the money is.
Right.
Yeah. So
And just out of curiosity, anybody that might be interested in the bid, how do they see that? How do they get in contact with you or?
I work with, I'm not a member of the, I can't think of that, there's one up in Blanco and there's one in Knoxville. And I have a friend I work with who is an architect and is a member. And I forwarded plans to her and she puts them on the Builders Exchange, is what it's called.
If we had somebody local interested, would they just want to get in contact with you guys?
Oh, I can email them a set of plans in PDF format, or I can give them a set of paper plans.
Yeah, I
I can
think-
meet anybody on that site, any builder that wants to meet on that site, I'll meet them there.
I think we'll make sure that folks that qualified contractors in Hawkins County, we want to make sure they all have the opportunity to place a bid. That Shane, Icon Environmental, maybe Summers and Taylor, I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's others out
There's
there
people out of
that
Morristown.
we'll reach out to.
Some more, I'm doing quite a bit of work in Morristown, some Morristown contractors would be good ones, so. The more bidders I get, the better prices.
Mhm. Competition always help drop down the price.
And this will go on the Builders Exchange.
Commissioner Herman, you get ready to say something? Okay. All right, well, gentlemen, hopefully everything passes and we'll work on getting that number down lower, so.
Yes, sir. Anything we can do.